I'm Jason Stipp from Morningstar. Tax time can be so painful for some people that once they get that return finished, signed, and in the mail, they don't want to think about taxes for at least another year. But tax time doesn't have to be quite so strenuous for you. Here to offer some tips about how to make tax time less taxing is Morningstar's Benz. She's Director of Personal Finance. Thanks for being here, Christine.
Jason, nice to be here.
So what are some steps, what are some things that I can do? Maybe I've already signed my return for this year, and it was so bad, I have to figure out how to make it better. What are some steps I can take to make next year's tax time a little bit easier?
It's one of those things, as with any big, hairy task, it's better if you tackle it on a regular basis in smaller chunks versus trying to attack it all at once and spending hours and hours. So some of the people I know who are the most tax savvy do take an hour or two every month just to collect all of the documents that they may have incurred related to taxes, so anything related to deductions, any expenditures that they made that might be deductible. They collect all that information and put it in a file and take stock of it on a month-by-month basis. If you're not interested in doing that, a stopgap is simply to take the time right now to set up a file where you're going to put all your tax-related documents.
At least it'll all be in one place, even if you don't deal with it throughout the year.
And if you don't deal with it throughout the year, what you'll see is that it'll be sequenced from the beginning of the year to the end. And so just get a good file folder or place to keep this information, and then you can at least have it all in one spot.
Maybe not a bad compromise for some people who just don't want to have to deal with it month to month. Another important thing to track and that can become really hairy is the cost basis on investments. So this is how much you paid for an investment, which becomes very important later on when you sell to figure out how much tax you owe. So what are some tips for keeping track of my cost basis on investments so I don't run into that issue where I'm searching and searching to find how much I actually paid?
Right. This is a real nettlesome problem, and thankfully it's gotten a lot easier because a lot of fund companies and brokerage houses have provided increasingly sophisticated systems to help you track your cost basis. There are also software programs that you can buy, or they're add-ons to some software programs like Quicken that help you track cost basis. But it can be as simple as just setting up a spreadsheet where you document what you bought or sold, when you sold it, and also document any reinvested dividends or capital gains. So it could be as simple as just having an Excel spreadsheet on your computer that you update regularly.
But no matter how you do it, very, very important one to keep track of.
Absolutely.
So the last question for you. Maybe I've been collecting investments for a long time in a lot of different accounts. Would streamlining those help me out during tax time?
It would, and sometimes you see it really acutely. If you've been an investment collector around tax time, you find that you might be dealing with 10, 12, 15 1099s, and so you're having to enter each set of information on your tax form. So I do see tax time as a good impetus to start thinking about consolidating some of your investments. I'm a big believer in having a more focused portfolio, not just because it helps you from a record-keeping standpoint, but also because it gives you fewer investments to oversee on an ongoing basis, so you're not having to keep track of as much information, manager comings and goings, stuff like that. And the other thing is that you'll end up with a more streamlined portfolio of higher conviction investments than if you just let things run and ramble, as tends to happen if you don't do pruning from time to time.
Sure. Well, Christine, sounds like some great tax pain relief tips. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Thanks, Jason. My pleasure.
From Morningstar, I'm Jason Stipp. Thanks for watching.
At Morningstar, we feel it is important to schedule regular checkups of your investments. This is the reason we're pleased to announce Portfolio Monitor, a new and easier way to keep track of your investments. With a few clicks of the mouse, receive a monthly report that provides a comprehensive and customized summary of your portfolio, sent automatically to your inbox. Portfolio Monitor provides a concise digest of all the best features of premium membership. Become a premium member with our 14-day free trial to start receiving Portfolio Monitor today.